Okay, so welcome to Sitting with Myself 2, where I sit with myself and talk about shit. So a little bit of a rebranding since the first video was called Connecting with Myself. I changed it to Sitting with Myself because I don't know if I'm doing a series, but fuck it. I'm not gonna just anyway. So I've been struggling, but what I kind of wanted to talk about was Palworld. And I'm going to be scatterbrained because there are kind of different things I want to talk about, and it's going to be a mess because I didn't sort out what to say when at the time. But there's not going to be any image idle pictures because they're currently all not safe for work. So I'm not able to fucking show them. Anyway, so I guess we get this. So I can pay attention to the time over here for so it'd be less than an hour, but so I've been struggling mentally and emotionally with a few things, and Palworld is at the epicenter of most of them. Well, I'd say it's more of a medium, not exactly the cause, but a what the fuck's the term? Like a catalyst, I guess, to view my issues, but also just I like sitting with myself. Like I was kind of doing this already, like a little bit earlier, which is why I decided, like, maybe I could record this. Maybe I could make this into a fucking thing that I can somehow profit off of externally. But so that maybe people know about the shit going on with me as well. But maybe it'd fucking matter. But so it's hard for me to say, like, it'd be nice to have like a kind of like, thesis statement where I know like everything I'm going to say is going to tie it into this fucking thesis statement, and it's going to be neatly put together and everything. That ain't it. The only thesis statement I can have is that what this video is going to be about and what to expect is that it's me connecting with myself and looking at myself through the lens of me playing Palworld and my thoughts on Palworld, my thoughts and feelings and shit. So yeah, other than that, it's probably going to be it's probably going to be all over the place. But hey, this is what I am, I guess. Sorry for in advance. So I kind of have mixed feelings about Palworld currently, without going through it all the way, like thinking through things and my processing my feelings and shit. So most likely going to happen during this video. Some processing of feelings and shit. But for the most part, like there's an issue with me, or well, several issues, but for like this topic, I've been going through Palworld, playing Palworld, and my issues impacting how I play it, I guess. Because something I was thinking about and mulling over for the past week is that, like, competence, where there are times where I play video games to try and feel competent because me trying to live my life while being a klutz half the time makes me feel incompetent. And so the theory is that if I can be competent at a video game, it'll make me feel good enough about myself to where I feel like I can try and tackle real life with a feeling of possible competence, I guess. Which might be flawed. It's definitely a crutch, but that was the thing I was thinking. But from diving deeper into my behavior while playing Palworld, because the thing is, Palworld is kind of fun. There have been times and runs where I haven't beat the game at all, but there have been runs where things have gone smoothly until something happens, then I'm feeling like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I've restarted several times for different reasons, but and that's the thing, like I restart because I want to feel competent at the game, to where I feel like I can enjoy it reliably, to where eventually I can feel okay and confident enough that I can fuck off and do my in real life stuff and have something reliably fun to come back to. The thing is, though, I don't, like, even when things are going smoothly, I didn't fucking act like that. Like, I acted like I wasn't satisfied or content with the progress I was making. Like, I would be having fun, but for some reason, I'd want to just continue to fucking progress. Not even take breaks most of the time, which, you know, is unhealthy and shit, but... So that behavior contradicts my fucking views, or my, the thing I was basing it off of, that thing about competence. Like, if me being competent at the game just makes me want to fucking play the game more, then but yeah, so I don't exactly know how I'll deal with that yet, but I will put a pin on that. I don't even know if I'll get to exploring those fucking questions at the end of the video, but I'll most likely come back to it later, sometime in life. But right now, what are my feelings toward Palworld? Because recently I've seen a short by Healthy Gamer GG, where it was about how to make consistent progress or something. But basically, they were saying stuff about, to paraphrase, leaning into our values to make consistent progress. And he illustrated something about if we want to do something or whatever, ask ourselves, like, what about this thing is important to me? And another question is, when I wake up tomorrow, what choice is going to make me feel proud of myself or good about myself? And which choice is going to make me feel regret and feel like shit about myself? So asking those questions to try and keep myself on a track to where I can make some kind of progress, because I feel like there's something missing or something that I'm not understanding that's getting in the way of me feeling good and content enough to actually live my life and shit. But so the question I asked myself is, what about Palworld is important to me that I'd want to play it and shit? And there's different monsters that are cute and I like and stuff. That I can say for certain that, like, exploring around and just finding these creatures and stuff is cool and fun. And that's all I can really say. That's like, that I know. But when it comes to how I've played the game and shit, I've restarted a bunch of times. At first, it felt like I was making progress like in a snap, where it's just constant progress and stuff, until I kind of hit a wall. And it was like, oh, now I'm making progress less and less, takes a lot more time to level up. And I got discouraged about that. And I don't remember exactly what all the resets were for and stuff, but I know that I got, like, discouraged about, like, making my base and shit. So I watched some videos about base making and the thing about, like, some things not being supported, and just being very confused about what that meant. Even though, like, I had walls up, it would still say, like, it's not supported, not enough support to, like, put something. But I watched videos, and I I learned a lot where I think I can make bases pretty well, but I kind of choose to make the layout look like the land. Like, I don't choose a flat land to fucking put my base on. Like, I put on like the side of a mountain, make sure that there's like an ore node that will respawn, and just place down foundations along the different elevations and shit. And it looks kind of wacky, but also kind of cool if I can pull it off and like organize shit. And so that's kind of fun and kind of cool that I know that now. But and that's something that I didn't even know until like right before I made this video or started recording. But there my most recent reset was because I was actually, things were going smoothly and shit, and I was going through and knocking out bosses and looking for bosses to knock out for a side mission thing. And there are these raids that happen sometimes, where like random waves of enemies like attack the base, and it was pretty damn strong. And I was like, what the hell? And at the time, I didn't have a lot of monsters working at the base because their food supply was starting to dip. It was at like 200 berries, and I was like, okay, like this is no. We're going to run out of food. I don't want to have to deal with that. So I put back some monsters so that there's only a few that were like doing food related stuff, so that we can like stockpile and shit. Yeah, I was hoping to get it to like 1,000, but then we got fucking hit by like a group of 15 to 20 birds that are basically at the same level as me, and fucking everyone got decimated, and I had to quickly just add high level monsters to the base from my PC box thing to stand a chance, and I almost died. I'm a fucking squishy human. But holy shit, like, so that, like, defenses. What am I supposed to do about base defenses? I didn't take this into account because the fucking raids have never been that strong before, and I looked online, and seems like, for one, there's apparently a different kind of raid where you can like summon raid bosses, you know, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what I'm not summoning these. These are random. These are, so it's a little hard to look for information, but I finally found some things where like people were discussing not knowing what the hell it was, but there are some comments that while looking through it, there are some comments where people say like they suspect that has to do with like the boss battles that we face, where like the strongest boss battle that we beat, because they're like different bosses scattered around the map with icons, and And that was a literal mission I was doing, was just trying to do to bosses. And without knowing that shit, or suspecting that the base raids were based on the highest level of like boss you fought, I was just trying to make sure that like I'm alive and things go smoothly by not taking on bosses that are higher than my level, which was like 20 sums at the time. I was like at level 29, 30 when this raid happened, but I didn't fight any. Like, I think the highest level I fought was like level 28, level 29 boss. But yeah, so it's like, well, what the hell? I didn't want to like remake my whole fucking base. And each time I restart, I tried to make my base like a little bit farther away from the starting area. Well, where I started, because my first ever base was literally right next to the first fast travel point. So it really wasn't it really did not have that much space to put anything. I think I fucking reset because that one the first time, because I was trying to put the fucking PAL expedition site thing was just so fucking huge. I had nowhere to put it, and I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? I was trying to figure out how to do the foundation thing, and that's why I was like, how the fuck do I actually make a base? But and now I can fucking make a base and just make it have like a second layer where I can put huge shit and have stairs connected to it, so pals can actually have a path to get up there and like build shit. But but yeah, I was discouraged. I was like, I'm gonna have to restart again. But I had this idea where there are like custom settings that I like dabbled in for like world settings and shit, and I thought, like, instead of like halving or doubling my experience gain because of that like slow progress at the first, I thought it'd probably be more entertaining and bring more happiness for me just crank the XP multiplier fucking to the max to see fucking how high level I can get just by doing the most basic of shit. And I think I got to like 20, 17, 20 so far. But and it's going slower because I'm just doing basic shit and trying to I made a base, and I can only like craft basic shit because I only have the resources for basic shit. So, but unfortunately, like, that XP multiplier also applies to my pals, my palmons, whatever. Fucking. So in the starting area, like, fucking, I have level 18 sheep. Lamb ball, whatever it's called. And I haven't even, like, done much, but because my base is made of wood, I gotta, like, upgrade it to stone so it doesn't potentially catch on fire. Like, it has a couple times where, but like, It's all right. I just destroy the parts that like caught on fire, and then some parts of my base get fucking destroyed because those were actually foundational. Oops. Um, like they were connected to stairs or some shit, and then all the other shit falls down. And I was like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with remaking this. So I restart. But so I keep coming back to playing Palworld as like a crutch. I try like my ideal is to just play it for an hour, and then usually that like hurts my body, either my back or my eyes, for sitting down staring at a fucking bright screen for an hour. But also like I just zoom through trying to make progress, and that kind of sucks. Like I believe I need to learn how to slow down, because there's a bunch of things to just take in. Like I can pet my pals, and I only wanted to do it to like the cute ones I like, because I want to see myself pet them. But yeah, like I don't know what's like the right way to play the game, but maybe it's not a right way. But it seems like going slow is a pretty okay thing. Like you idly get experience just sitting in your base while your pals like do shit for you. So, and I have done that before when I was supposed to fucking take a break. I'd be like, there's a couple things I need to do, but I'm waiting on this egg to hatch, so I might as well just wait here. I go take care of stuff, and my character will fucking go up in experience little by little while I wait for this fucking egg to hatch. But I hadn't even okay, so I hadn't even dipped into the breeding part, which apparently takes cake. It takes fucking cake to breed pals. And cake takes like 5 different fucking ingredients that almost all have expiration dates. And there's an NPC that has a quest that needs like 5 cakes. And I made 5 cakes. But they didn't get made all at once. And I lost one in the fray, and so I was like, damn, I have to make more cakes. And it was kind of an ordeal. So I'm like, wow, I hope I'm not gonna do breeding, because like having to make sure I'm stockpiled on cake sounds like an abysmal task that takes so much resources. Need fucking cow for milk, need chicken for eggs, and then fucking wheat for flour, and fucking bee for honey. But for some reason the honey don't have a fucking expiration timer. I don't know why. But yeah, so now I'm just kind of ranting and raving, but um this is me sitting with myself, talking about my experience with this thing, and if it's important to me, then why shouldn't I talk about it and how it's important and stuff. But going back to the thing about I know how to make good base now, like it feels kind of weird where it's like it feels like I have to do things a certain way in order to be competent, but at the same time, like I can make different bases. Like, and I even done this since a video like mentioned mention it. We could do that, but like in the like custom world settings, we can put it to where we can max it out to like each base can have a max of 50, though you start out with like 1 normally, but I start out with 2 by maxing it out because you unlock more spots to put more pals into your base when you upgrade your base. And at like 10 or something, you have the ability to get 2 bases. And apparently the normal max is like 4 bases, but you can set that up to where like there's apparently a thing called guild, but that's more like for like multiplayer, to where each guild can have a max of like 4 or I don't know, 10 bases. I think the max is 10 on the little slider thing in the custom, but I don't have to, like maybe I can make my main base into a fortress or whatever, but I can set up different bases to do resources, and I actually did this. I think, yeah, I done it my first game where next to the first boss Chillet, there's like an ore or something. So I put a base there, and the whole purpose of that base was just for Pal to mine that ore, and then we got like people making food so the fucking pals there don't starve, and there's a furnace there so that can take that ore and put it into ingots, and that's it. That's my ingot making base, and it wasn't like completely automatic, but I can get fucking resources from them and even bring that back to my main base, because a lot of shit needs ingots. And there was an ore at my original base that nobody was mining because it wasn't like all the way inside the base, so people just fucking ignore it. But I fucking, whenever it respawns, I would mine it. But yeah, I still need more ingots than that, and it helped having that second resource base. But and now I don't know if I don't know. Like I kind of want to reset. I kind of want to reset so that I don't have the XP multiplier thing, since it also applies to the pals. Like, I was hoping it was just like, you know, my human character level up very fast. That way, like, basically I just wanted to unlock shit faster, which is kind of funny, but and ultimately not not as useful because I don't have all the resources to fucking make all that high level shit. But also like my stats, because I'm a squishy fucking human, that I can just have crazy stats to where I don't have to worry so much about having my ass kicked, because there's like I have one pal out, and there's like fucking 5 to 10 people they're trying to fight, and all of them would want to aggro on me instead of my fucking pal. So I end up dying, my pal doesn't, and we fucking lose anyway. But because I'm squishy fucking human. But I can upgrade my health. Because I got fucking, I want it to be where like my lamb's at level 5, I'm at level 20, but even if we face like fucking 20 level 5 monsters or whatever, I can fucking tank it, hopefully. Like, I definitely had that problem the first time I ran into like the level 20s. Like, there'd be 3 to 5 crossbow guys that have electrifying arrows stun me in my place, and so if they're all aggroed on me instead of my one fucking guy that's trying to kill them, it's a bad day. It's a bad day. But yeah, so I want to restart and have it back to normal XP because of that. But I might just max out pals and bases so that I can I don't think I actually need more pals, but definitely more bases, so that way I feel like I don't have to rely on just one base to like sustain shit. I don't know. But also like I'll try to take it slow and explore each fucking item that I unlock, so that hopefully I won't get challenging raids just because I'm out fucking taking out bosses left and right. But there is something I still want to figure out. Like, because of the high XP thing, like, do the people in my base level up? I assume the people in my box don't level up. That's probably a given. But the people who are working at my base, do they also grow in level? I know that when I get XP idly just from being in my base from pals doing shit, the pals in my party that I go fight with me, they also gain experience too. So I know they're leveling up from it. But are the people that are the pals that are doing the actual work also leveling up? So I want to, on that file, I want to try to catch a level 1 lamb, or I guess level 2, it doesn't exactly matter. I just want to put them to work and see, like, take note what level they are, and then like play a game for an in-game day, and then see what level they're at the end of the day. And if they do indeed gain experience and level up while working, then maybe I don't have to worry so much, because I was also thinking that, oh, I need to train the pals that are working at my base so that they can fucking defend it. But, you know, maybe they go up in level anyway, and it's just, I was doing something that I was like, oopsie. I probably, like, anyway. So but from that moment, like, I felt like base management was kind of something I was not competent at because low flute, food getting lower, and then so I reduced the pals, and then we get hit by a big raid, so I need to increase the number of pals. But so here's, I guess this is where I'm currently at with Palworld, where I get discouraged, so I make a new world, and it's the same world. It's not procedural. It'd be kind of cool if it was procedural, but that might cause some more issues. There's also a random pals mode where like pals would randomly, like, it just randomizes their spawning, and I really would like to mess around with that, but the thing is, I want to experience the regular game first, which I haven't beat, but I get kind of discouraged about something, and then I make a new game, and I remember in one time I was like feeling it's a slog, where I was definitely going past my 1 hour mark because for a couple times because I just wanted to get back to where I was so that I can make better progress now that I'm informed. And that makes me miserable thinking that way, but now this is where it gets kind of iffy because unfortunately I don't have a definite answer on whether I should or shouldn't continue playing Palworld. Where maybe I'm too addicted to it and I just need to get away from it and work on myself, but at the same time, I come back to it maybe as a crutch. But that's the iffy thing about this with me, is that there's definitely a lot involved, a lot of different things, because how I feel about it now is that shit, am I doing it like some kind of roguelike where like I learn something new and I'm like, fuck, I want to do better, so I fucking just reset and I end up doing better, actually. So is that a sign of competence? That like each time I reset I'm getting better, but is that actually fun or satisfying to me? And looking back now at the base thing about knowing how to make a base and knowing my options and shit, like it seems almost kind of cool that I know how to make a base now, even though it seems discouraging of, oh, I gotta make a new base and everything because I'm restarting. But in one of my restarts, like I wanted my pals to be stronger or whatever, so I looked into, I just had my lamb. I looked into the pal condenser or whatever, which like sacrifices animals of same species to fucking make the one stronger. So I did that to make my lamb like level 4 and shit. And then I looked into using the souls, the PAL souls to like upgrade stats and shit. And there's like a work speed stat, which I didn't care about until like I was thinking, oh, we're running low on food and shit. So maybe if I work on like, if I increase the work speed of my workers, then I'd be better off. But at the same time, you know, well, if I get a better Palmon to fucking do the work for me, then it's like I gotta do it over again. But so it feels like there's a lot that can go into it. And that's also kind of cool as long as I don't have to do all of that to progress. But at the same time, why the fuck not? If I'm going slow, then, and like not in a hurry to make as much progress as I can, even though it is fun to just look out in the world and like fucking see all the new shit that's farther out on the map. But if I'm not in a hurry, can I be content and satisfied with just playing an hour of like looking, like randomly doing a bunch of shit, you know? And maybe I can. Maybe I can, because maybe I just need to do that, where I don't even know if I feel discouraged about having to reset anymore, or not really having to, but choosing to reset instead of like choosing to rebuild shit. But if I can like take it slow and just you know experience and learn with what I have available, maybe things will go even smoother. But again, like I want that balance where like I don't want my pals to be over leveled to where fucking any like all of the bosses just are dead without me having to try. Though my main concern is like killing things before I even have a chance to like try to catch them. But But I definitely also don't want things getting too hard all at once and being discouraged by that. But it's also kind of like in the vein of like try and do things kind of perfectly or competently, but at the same time, I can go either way, I guess, where I can be like, I have to do things in a certain way so that I know I'm safe all the fucking time, or I can take it as like, I'm going slow, learning about what I have to deal with, because there's also like these hanging traps I thought were like stupid. I don't need them. Like I can just catch small creatures without them. But like it's a defense. So like would they actually help with like raids or whatever? I don't know. But so then I'd also want to like look into breeding and how that works and figure that out by myself. Cause I don't want much spoilers for some reason. Like unless I'm like looking for like guides and shit. But I feel like I'm doing okay with it. And is Palworld something that I want to like consistently do though? Because I can't exactly do much. What I mean by that is there's a lot to fucking do, a lot of responsibilities. And I usually get lost like not knowing what's the best thing for me to do because I have different like needs and stuff. And I think me feeling competent is a need since being a fucking klutz hurts my fucking mental state. But I don't know, like is having fun with this game important to me? And I don't know exactly how to answer that. It feels kind of important because I want to learn more about the world. I want to definitely find more pals for me to like be a degenerate with, be like, that's a waifu, that's a waifu, that's a waifu. But oh no, she's cute. And there's definitely I feel like they definitely know what the fuck they're doing because there's literally there like I haven't found the fucking love pal yet. The fucking love reptile. but like I've definitely heard of it, seen it, and it definitely sounds like they know what they're doing, I guess, when it comes to certain audiences. But there are like, cool ones and like generic ones, and ooh, a penguin and fucking I have a fucking story where fucking I was in like this criminal jail cell thing, and so apparently I can like fight the criminals or some shit. And I tried doing that, and criminal guy's cell, he only has a fucking club. So I ain't fucking worried about this guy. I can definitely dodge his attacks, but then like he beats one of my pals, and then I go to the fucking penguin, and I unlocked his special, which needs like a, a weapon, some like fucking launcher, and so I go do it without knowing what the fuck it does, and like the penguin gets into the rocket launcher. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to shoot the penguin at the guy, but there's like a guard right there, and I don't want to hit him, and so I do my best to like try to only aim at the guy because I don't want to get like wanted or whatever, and then be hunted down and killed. But I fucking shoot it, and for some reason the penguin explodes. The penguin explodes, hits me, hits the guard, and then I'm like, oh shit, and I run the fuck out of there. I didn't get a fucking wide level, but people were all like, hey, what the fuck? And they're chasing after me. uh, uh, I should definitely like try record or stream the game, but the game makes my computer fans go "Rrrr," so I don't know how. Like, I don't want to try and be discouraged because but at the same time, like there's some funny ass dumb moments. There's one time where fucking just starting out, I was facing off against fucking Lamb, and they rolled, and their attack missed me, hits a fucking high level elephant that's just roaming around slowly, and so the elephant just instantly fucking raises up their hind legs and stomps, and fucking the lamb dies, I fucking die because of that. Then in the what is kind of tragic is there are some pals that sparkle. They have a lucky trait, and you can actually hear it. You can hear the sparkling. And in this game, fucking, I had only two pal spheres on me, and fucking, I was like way level because it was that one game where fucking I turned the leveling up to max, and so I barely have resources, and I hear a lucky thing. I'm like, no way, no way. It's a lucky lamb, and it's fucking huge because apparently all the lucky things are huge. But so I tried my best to like get down as low as I can, and fucking my last Palosphere, because I hit it once and escaped. I thought I could get lucky, but need to make this one count. I fucking missed. I fucking missed in a panic, and so I just killed it, leveled up, and I was like, we never speak of this again. And this is me, betraying myself by speaking of it, because fuck that guy. What's he gonna do? He's in the fucking past. He can't like fucking past me. Can't screw myself over, but present me can't. Okay. All right. So ow. I was just slapping my foot. Yeah, the hour's over now. So I guess to wrap it up, even though I run into hiccups and shit, and even though I don't have to fucking reset, it's still kind of cool that like I can learn and get better, and I'm not like I'm not stuck. I'm definitely not stuck. I just choose to fucking restart. And you know what? Maybe it's time for me to just, you know, get familiar with all the shit that I was skipping out on to make meaningful the fucking good progress and shit. So maybe I'll actually unlock the fucking antique bathroom set. I know it's I assume it's only decoration, but I don't know. Like if they make the toilet to where it's actually like it's redundant because no one needs to take fucking shit in the game, but if I can still use it like a toilet for no fucking reason and I can flush it, then that's awesome. That'd be awesome to have. Uh, I don't know. If I'm talking shit right now, I better put that in an antique toilet and flush it. Um, but yeah, so I think I'll continue to play Palworld for now. There's no real reason for me to stop. I'd still like to limit myself to an hour with some breakage, and it'd also be healthy for me to realize that I don't have to be fucking rigid, because I don't have to rely on Palworld as some kind of fucking happiness machine to where to get the most happiness I have to fucking, do it right when I have fucking time to. Because there are things I can do, other needs that I need met, that sometimes I would be happier doing that. To where at other times, doing that shit is more important to me, like shaving my face so that my face feels better. Or brushing my teeth so that my teeth feel better. But yeah, so just the last point to make this meta, this video, so I really need to get my thoughts straight because I don't have time, basically. But by my own standards. But I don't have to record this video, and it's not going to really make me successful or anything like that. I don't believe that I'm just going to get comments if I stick with it. But I can use these videos as a fucking medium. A medium to actually sit down with myself and try to connect more with myself about the things I like and why I like them. Or even just shit that's going on, like the past week. Palworld was shit that was happening past week that I've been doing. But yeah, so, and if I may like actually upload it as a video, then maybe like it gives people the opportunity to watch or listen and learn a little bit about like the shit that I like. And if I'm lucky, connect with that and maybe leave a comment or something, and Who knows? But that's if I'm lucky. That's if I'm lucky. The why would making a video be important? Just as it'd just be a potentially more beneficial way of sitting with myself to, you know, reflect, connect, and find more purpose in me trying to take care of myself and live my life. So yeah, why not just make this a weekly thing where I do this during the weekends? I can try if I can do that. And hopefully I can remember the importance of this, why it's important to me, so that I can get consistent progress. So, with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed this little like fucking podcast of a video. Nothing really see, but if you enjoyed me talking about Palworld and in the introspecting that I do, well, thanks for watching to the end, and feel free to leave any comments if you want, and I will hopefully see you guys later. Take care.